お兄ちゃん
So, we're here again. I hope you brought yourself a drink so we can have a really introspective discussion right now. Look, I wrote it on the wall today. Okay, so I've been thinking, and by the way, these videos we have no schedule. So these videos come out as we go. Lucy is on his thing, so he just churns out content when content comes out. You'll get another Game of Drunks episode soon, by the way. I'm just saying, so you guys just get excited for that. There's other news, but check out the next video up here. It's actually really good news. It's actually really exciting news. So check out the video up here if you wanna hear the news. It's about art if you're interested. Today I wanted to talk about the concept of being alone and loneliness. Because fine, we're in a lockdown and stuff and people are staying at home by themselves. You can't really, be socializing with people. Besides the point, the reason why I like talking about shit is because a lot of my friends and the people around me and myself go through these emotions. And as family, technically we are family. I see most people as my family. We talk about what, gets us all messed up in the head. So most of you guys have been talking to me about loneliness, and it just got me thinking, because I don't know why people stray away from being alone, in all honesty. I personally like being alone. If you haven't heard, I'm a hermit. I almost never leave, and if I do, it's for a short amount of time, and I enjoy being with myself. You guys know that I actually speak to myself already. I do it all the time on here even. I speak to myself a lot. I think people really need to cultivate that. I think you guys need to learn how to be alone with yourselves, because as much as it's actually great to be with someone and not be next to people and stuff, I think this isn't gonna be a love yourself bullshit, because we all know that I hate myself. I don't know if you guys do, but yeah, I do. I'm not friends with myself. We are not friends. We are just coexisting in this body together, quietly. It's cool, okay? We are many minds and we can all live together, right? Right. So yeah. I don't know why you guys are so deterred, so disgusted by being alone. It's the best thing you could actually ever do, because it gives you time to actually be with yourself, to think, to meditate. Maybe I'm an extreme case, and I probably do not understand basic human interaction or something like that. Because yes, I do have some form of social anxiety where I can't actually communicate to people as well as I would like to, in all honesty. But I honestly don't think human interaction is vital for survival. You can always be alone and survive. You're going to literally die alone. Look, you go to bed alone. You literally sleep alone and wake up, open your eyes alone. So I don't understand why the concept of loneliness is just so, it irritates people. You never want to be alone. You always want, fine, okay, you know what? Let me shut up and be like, the only person I actually ever want to be around is the gorilla. I have formed a very unhealthy attachments to his body. These days, I follow him around, and I just been looking at myself. I found myself just following him around like a lost puppy. I'm like, you're really attached to this nigga, aren't you? And I'm like, well, this is what life has led us to. Honestly speaking, he's literally my rock right now. It's all props to him. He keeps me sane most of the time. Literally just waking up and looking at him, it's great. But then sometimes I'm like, okay, what if this nigga wasn't here? Are you okay with being alone and not talking to anyone? If that person you fully depend on in your life literally stops breathing right there and then. And I'm like, yeah, I'll be alright. I'll cry. I will cry. I mean, it's sad. Death is sad. I mean, he's gone. I'll cry. I'm fine for like 6 months to a year, depending on how I feel. But yeah, I mean, I'm not necessarily going to be like, oh my god, I'm all alone. And it's just, even when we are together, there is this sometimes there's this some sort of divide type of thing going on, because we could be in the same place at the same time but not talk to each other or even relate in any type of way, but still be together in that type of way. I don't know how to explain it. It's just like, it just works. It just works in the type of way where we understand how to be alone without being alone. But that aside, that's with being with someone anyway, because some of you all have an unhealthy attachment to people. Like, you always be texting and shit. I'm like, yeah, relax. He is probably not doing anything wrong, or neither should you. So it's just like, be by yourself. It's cool. I mean, it's not always like this. I mean, you see me here talking to myself, always fighting and discussing with myself. That's one side of the problem. You have arguments with yourself. You have to, because you need to think to better yourself, to better your mind. Your mind needs to work in some sort of way, and if you're not dealing with that, then who's gonna deal with it for you?
What the hell did you just say?
If you understand, I don't know if you understand what I'm saying, but I'm just saying. Either way, I was also thinking, what was I thinking about? It's not always a struggle being by yourself. It shouldn't be. You should learn to at least like aspects of yourself. Learning no man is an island. Yeah, you are an island, because when you're gone, you're gone. It doesn't, okay, sentimentally it affects people, but technically the world still moves on. Technically, when people go, you're still here. Sometimes some things humans say don't really make sense to me. I've always been told, no man's an island, no man's an island. But then somehow I always see islands. There are always cliques, there are always groups of people. There's always loners, there's always these guys. And then when you circle back to the actual nature of man, the need to preserve oneself, you realize that you are alone. And it should be okay. You just need to enjoy being alone and being with yourself, which I do. It's actually a riot. You guys should learn how to talk to yourselves. It's great, because sometimes some people need to voice out your thoughts. You need to voice out your thoughts before you do shit, because sometimes this is what I do. When people voice out their thoughts to me, they're like, yo, Tick, I was thinking of doing this, and this. This is what I do. I literally repeat, you're thinking about doing this, and this. And you're like, when you say it like that, it don't sound like I wanted it. Did you think about it? Did you think about it properly? Yeah, I thought about it. Okay, did you say it out loud before you came? You said it out to anyone else? Did you talk to yourself about it? No. Before you talk to other people, you need to talk to yourself. You yourself, you have your values, you have your expectations, you know what to work for. You have to talk to yourself before seeking anyone or anything. Learn to be alone. In a good way. And yeah, thank you for tuning into this episode. Leave a like, comment if you relate. If you don't relate, still do comment. Thank you very much. This has been Tick's Thoughts. Bye.